Hello, everybody. This is the old bear's den of Bigfoot. This story is kind of dear to my heart, and because I've got family members that are military or have done military duty. They've served this country, and every one of my family that has served this country has served it in a distinguished manner. So I feel sorry for any military service member that gets harmed, not through a fault of their own, or that is shot or gets injured while they're in battle. They're very dear to my heart, and I thank you for your service, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope that this one will show that not do they not only get harmed overseas, but protecting this country and just being a military member can get you harmed here in this country. Not by a human, but by a Bigfoot. Anyway, this story comes to you out of Camp Lejeune. I was told by a Marine that was on that base that they had maneuvers one night, and they had a full platoon out doing night maneuvers on the base, and they um, had to go from one point to another point, by using the stars, by using a compass, and it's kind of a training mission. Anyway, while they were on this training mission, the whole platoon, except for two, showed up where they were supposed to be at the proper time by the time they were allotted. Well, they sent in a couple of units that were combined into one unit, and the strange thing was they gave them live ammunition. Well, this unit went in to look for these two, and the rest of the platoon was dispatched to go and get firearms, the M16s, saws, so on and so forth, M4s, and go and look for these two guys. Well, the unit that was combined, they were regular recon, recon units. They were supposed to be on furlough, but they weren't. They happened to be on the base, so they combined the two units into one and sent them in. Well, they found these two Marines. Both of them had their clothes all ripped up. They had scratches all over their body. They had been running through all kinds of underbrush, through swamp type vegetation. Got all cut up, and they told this unit that found them that they were being chased by something. Didn't know what it was, but they were being chased. They could hear it running behind them and growling at them and making all kinds of weird noises. They couldn't describe the noises. Well, this recon unit, combined recon unit, took them and started leaving, and had them kind of in the middle. And as they were leaving, it appeared that they ended up being surrounded by something because they could hear noises all the way around them. They hadn't gone very far. So once they hadn't gone very far, they pretty much encircled the two that were injured and were cut up and everything. And they started getting rocks thrown at them. Well, as you know, the soil down that way is sandy, So evidently these Bigfoot that were there had carried in little rocks with them. Now the Indians say that they used to carry deer hide pouches with them and put rocks in them. They had seen them do it. So I suspect that evidently that might be a true statement. So anyway, they get broke out of there, and the other units, now they've had to fire quite a few rounds at this point, and the rest of the platoon is on their way to them because they can hear them shooting, and any other unit that was there, MPs or whatever were coming from a different direction. Evidently these Bigfoot figured out that they were outnumbered, and some of them may have been shot or hit with bullets or whatever. So they broke out of this encirclement, made it to another position, a defensive position that they could defend against these things. And when they done that, one of the guys that was all cut up and his uniform was all cut up got grabbed. They ran through the woods chasing this thing and carrying this guy, and he did something to this Bigfoot. He kicked it maybe in the groin, and this thing dropped him. And by that time that he dropped him, when he went to reach down and grab him again or kill him or whatever it was going to do, the 5 men showed up and they started shooting at this thing, and they saw it. They had flashlights and they saw what it was. Anyway, they got this guy out of there and drug his butt back out of there, and he ended up with a broken arm from where this thing grabbed him. Got him back to the defensive position, and by this time the rest of the platoon showed up along with some MPs. All of them were armed with M16s. MPs had M16s plus sidearms, and they humped their way back out of there. Now on their way back out, they were followed again. They could hear them follow them, but they weren't following so close. But yet, they followed them all the way back out to where there was an opening, and they had military vehicles, and got this guy back into the base and got him some medical attention, and got the other guy some medical attention. And this was covered completely up. There was no report. All the reports were shredded, given to the federal government, whatever. But there's no report. And I got this from a gentleman that was there. He will not give his rank at the time of this incident, and I will not give his rank now. He contacted me and told me about this, and I hope each and every one of you understand the chance that he is taking. And that is what I was told about this incident. And like I said, there's no reports, so there's no sense in trying to find out, guys. It was all covered up. It was hushed up. There was nothing ever said again. But anyway, you see a plaque before you that says "Believe." And there's a Bigfoot on there. And I want to thank my daughter again for giving this to me at my birthday this past summer. I appreciate it to this day. I love it still. And anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope each and every one of you enjoy this video, and tell your friends about it if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. But y'all enjoy these videos, I hope, and you understand the predicament that these men were put in. And it might give you a pause to look at these gentlemen in a different light. Anyway, this is for the Marines in Camp Lejeune, and I will tell you this: Semper Fi, Marine. Y'all have a blessed night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye, guys.